Well, hey. So I wrote a script about dealing with OCD in the time of a pandemic, which is going to be today's video. And I'm still definitely going to make that video at some point, but then this really great question from Ed came in. Ed says, I was wondering if you could give some advice on managing anxiety for those of us who aren't used to having constant anxiety. And I'm like, oh yeah, not everyone is used to being anxious about everything all the time. It's my time to shine. It's funny because I'd mentioned in my I'm Back video that I had been anxious about coronavirus stuff for weeks before it had become like a mainstream anxiety. But now that we're all kind of hanging out here in the land of fear, what can you do to manage it? So the first thing I think most of us do when we're experiencing heightened levels of stress is to try to distract ourselves. But especially now, we have to make sure that we're primarily participating in healthy distraction. Sometimes your brain just straight up needs a break. And at least in my opinion, that's a-okay. But you do want to pay attention to how you're distracting yourself because you don't want to spiral into bad habits in order to escape from your anxiety. Overeating, over-exercising, numbing your pain with alcohol or other substances, lashing out at people on social media, neglecting your responsibilities in favor of a distraction like video games or reading or a craft, hoarding toilet paper. Basically, most everything is better in moderation. Some examples of healthy distractions for me. I'm doing daily Yoga with Adriene videos. I'm watching periodic live streams of my favorite musicians and texting with friends. I'm reading more, diving into some fantasy worlds, and I'm trying to bake myself a sweet treat every week. All these things are good for me when I don't overuse or obsess over them. Jumping off of that, the next important thing to do is to keep yourself busy. Distractions can be great for in-the-moment panic and getting your mind off of obsessive, anxious thoughts. But because this is kind of our new normal, we have to set some routines for ourselves. If you're working or schooling from home, to set a daily schedule and to make yourself daily or weekly to-do lists. Even on the weekend, I'll make a list that's like, watch this show, sit out on the deck and read this book, take dishes out of the dishwasher. If nothing else, having that list of things that I know I want to do is great for moments where I am just sitting and staring at the wall, sort of despondent, not knowing what I should do next. But I can check the list and be like, oh yeah, there's this thing that I keep saying I want to do, so now is a good time to do it. It also lets you celebrate small victories. Like maybe all you did today was take a shower and do a load of laundry. If you're living in an anxiety prison, that's great. You're amazing. You made it out of bed. Maybe yesterday you couldn't have done that. So today, celebrate it. My final piece of advice is to stay connected. Whether you are naturally very social or not, introverted or extroverted, whatever, we are all going through a crazy time right now. It is very isolating and stressful, and it's really easy to get very woe is me. And what helps me remember that I am not alone in how disappointed and anxious and frustrated I am feeling is connecting with other people. Text people, call people, video chat with people, send someone a postcard in the mail even. Check in on people, anyone you know, maybe even people who are just acquaintances. People will appreciate this, and you'll benefit from 1, interaction with someone other than your cat. And 2, seeing other perspectives on what's going on, which, at least for me, helps me remember that in the grand scheme, I am okay, and that things will probably be okay in the future. I know that this is an even more tenuous time than usual, and that unfortunately for many people, it's not gonna be okay, but in order to survive today, we have to live like it's gonna be okay. You can't let the anxiety get the best of you because it will ruin you. So yeah, during this crazy time, it is all about taking it one step at a time, creating healthy habits and coping mechanisms, and building support networks. I hope what we talked about today is able to help a little if you've been struggling recently. Reach out in the comments with how you've been feeling lately, and I'm sure other iIMAGINEblank viewers can join in on the conversation. We can work on that number 3, staying connected. Remember, you guys can also connect with me and Finn over on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the moment there's a new video. I'll see you guys next Thursday for a special birthday themed video. It's my 30th birthday next Thursday. Bye!